Vladimir Putin, a popular but polarizing figure who has spent more than 2 decades in office as president or prime minister of Russia and has become one of the most successful leaders in the country's history. Secretly living like a king, this multi-dimensional man has added another sprawling palace in his property that's double the size of Buckingham Palace. But how actually he has established himself to such an extent, and spending his life as a narcissist leader, bear with us until the very end as we're going to recall the luxury lifestyle of Vladimir Putin. As a narcissist. Among the numerous leaders across the globe who have regularly been labeled a narcissist, Vladimir Putin may have been labeled the most. Photos of Vladimir practicing scuba diving, flying a jet, driving a racing car, practicing martial arts, and bearing his chest on horseback only add to this perception and elicit the predictable, scornful response that Putin is a narcissist. Based on these actions, it wouldn't be unfair to call him one of the most discussed narcissists of the modern world after Trump. A secret billionaire. Compared to American President Joe Biden, who owns million-dollar apartments, Vladimir Putin has added a new $266 million castle to his $1.4 billion property empire, amid accusations that he is one of the world's wealthiest persons. According to Russia's publication Sobеседник, the towering structure was erected in a highly guarded billionaires' community on the outskirts of Moscow and is completely hidden. Russia's hardman leader is claimed to be worth $70 billion and lives like a king with his incredible fortune. The claims of his adversaries are that he has acquired enormous personal wealth and that he is the proud owner of a fleet of boats, automobiles, and hidden presidential mansions. Putin is known for downplaying his fortune, claiming to be paid a comparatively small salary of roughly $187,000 every year. On the other hand, experts claim that he is really 60 times wealthier than ex-US President Donald Trump. Boris Nemtsov, a political opponent, published a report alleging that Russian President Vladimir Putin has 4 boats covertly anchored across the country. He has also alleged that Putin has 7,000 automobiles, 53 aircraft including an Ilyushin jet, with a gold-tiled swimming pool worth around $66,000. According to Nemtsov, Mr. Putin even has a watch collection worth more than $660,000. The majority of Russian insiders and experts say that Putin has utilized his position to do a bit more than just improving the lives of the average Russian citizen throughout his time in office. In contrast to the privatization of numerous formerly state-owned enterprises, Putin has used his position to acquire significant covert ownership interests in many multi-billion-dollar commodities corporations. For example, Putin's most outspoken detractors claim that he has used his influence to acquire a 4.5% ownership in natural gas producer Gazprom, a 37% ownership stake in oil business Surgutneftegas, and a 50% ownership stake in Swiss oil trader Gunvor. Gazprom alone generates more than $150 billion in income every year. Gunvor generates $80 billion, and Surgutneftegas generates more than $20 billion. Based on their most current market capitalizations, Putin's aggregate ownership shares in these companies would give him a personal net worth of $70 billion. Personal life. On July 28, 1983, Vladimir Putin tied the knot with Lyudmila Shkrebneva. They resided in East Germany from 1985 to 1990, when their daughter Yekaterina Putina was born. They returned to the United States in 1990. Maria Putina, their second daughter, was born in the Soviet capital of Leningrad. After announcing their separation in June 2013, they later stated that their divorce had been confirmed in April of 2014. Lyudmila controls bank accounts totaling $260,000. In total, they claimed their net worth totaled less than $500,000. According to rumors, Putin's secret lovers also have more than a few rubles in their bank accounts. Svetlana Krivanogich, the mother of Vlad's love child, is a former cleaner who has become wealthy and owns a prominent nightclub. Based on stolen tax papers, his gymnast lover is making millions of dollars each year as a pro-Kremlin media executive. According to a recent expose, Alina Kabaeva, a former Olympic gold medalist, earns around $12.9 million including bonuses. Property V. President Vladimir Putin's new house is 123,785 square feet in size, almost double the size of Buckingham Palace. During its development, the classical-style mansion was held by a business named Property V, with the media speculating that the V refers to Vladimir. However, the investigation concludes that the colossal estate must be the property of a prominent man with only the strongest of Kremlin ties. The opulent mansion is listed as belonging to the Russian Federation, which the article alleges is a cover employed by owners of palaces and penthouses linked with the country's leadership to conceal their ownership of the property. According to reports, Putin's property, or one belonging to someone very close to him, is the subject of the investigation. So far, there has been no comment from Putin's spokesperson to the Sobiesednik accusations, which are the latest in a series of reveals about the Russian president's fortune, health, and personal life that have surfaced over the past few months. Greenfield Village Palace. Some sources have predicted that Russian President Vladimir Putin is the target of an unprecedented information warfare by his adversaries. As said by the publicity blurb, the recently completed palace is located in Greenfield Village, which offers a new standard of country life with an impeccable style of elite suburban life and the independence of serene nature. A lovely park and promenade 24 meters wide, fountains, statues, and flower beds can be seen in the settlement, which is flanked by huge woodlands as well. Earlier in the building process of the palace, the town was said to be home to the most costly residence in Russia, which belonged to a Jordanian millionaire. The new mansion may be valued at around $270 million, according to the publication. According to the newspaper, Andrei Ertman, a representative of the firm that was building the palace, refused to identify the owner, who said he was hiding behind the moniker Russian Federation. This is privileged information. Please keep it that way. Buyers of such goods are not often concerned about gaining attention. It is their legal right, he said further. According to reports, the companies involved in the construction of the new palace and its finance are intimately related to the Russian aristocracy and other magnificent estates. Over the last several years, several properties have been connected to Putin, with some reporting that he currently owns properties worth more than $1.4 billion. Gelendzhik Palace. Another property is a massive Black Sea mansion known as the Gelendzhik Palace, which has helicopter landing pads and its own vineyard on the grounds. While it was initially intended to be a simple vacation home with a swimming pool, it has now been transformed into a beautiful columned mansion evocative of the rural palaces constructed by Russian czars in the 18th century. In the courtyard, a gilded imperial eagle crowns the large wrought iron gates that lead into the palace. Formal gardens, a private theater, a landing strip with 3 helicopter bays, and quarters for security officers are all located outside the main building. Villa Sellgren. Additionally, in 2017, it was claimed that Putin had purchased himself a luxurious vacation property with gold-plated tiles in the swimming pool, which was located only a few kilometers from Russia's western border. Villa Sellgren is located on an island in Vyborg Bay, about 19 kilometers from the Russian-Finnish border area. Officially, it is the property of close friends of the Kremlin. Still, residents believe it is the newest premium residence to be added to a spectacular property portfolio, said to be owned by Vladimir Putin. Besides that, he is claimed to possess a dacha in St. Petersburg, an Altai Mountains retreat officially owned by Gazprom, and Moscow apartment buildings. Another government mansion is situated in the Novgorod region and goes by 3 distinct names: Valdai, Uzhin, and Dolgi Barodi. It is a 3-story building with a rotunda and a courtyard. The home was originally intended to be one of Stalin's dachas, but he rejected the idea because he considered it too unsafe. A tiny peninsula with a single dwelling and surrounded by deep woodland in the 1930s, with just one escape path to the mainland. The home was the sole structure on the peninsula. Luxury collection. You might have seen a celebrity having 10 or 20 or 50 cars, but when it comes to Putin, he owns 700 ultra-luxury cars. This also includes high-end car collections such as Aurus Senate Limousine, Mercedes ML500, Lada Vesta Sedan, Gazelle Limousine, and Lada Niva, and many more. Although he isn't a professional pilot, Putin still owns 58 aircraft. And surprisingly, the multidimensional leader also owns the Ilyushin Tu-96 aircraft model. Looking at his gifts, Vladimir receives a horde of expensive gifts from everyone. One of the most expensive gifts includes a $35 million yacht. The luxurious 57-meter yacht was presented by the owner of Chelsea Football Club, Roman Abramovich. Daily routine. Putin loves fishing and maintains a very healthy lifestyle. His lifestyle has become a ceremonial recitation of gilded chambers, which he repeats incessantly. His daily schedule is broken down into thousands of 15-minute segments that are scheduled for months, if not years in advance. He adheres to the daily routine that has been assigned to him. Most of the time, the meetings are pointless. Instead, people come to pay their respects to him, whether by greeting the Prince of Bahrain or giving bronze medals to Udmurt Heroes of Labor. He does not reside in the Russian capital. He despises the environment, namely the traffic pollution and human congestion. So the president has picked the palace in Novo Ogaryovo to serve as his official home in the Russian capital. To be precise, home is out there to the west of the city, in his parks. Even though Putin enjoys an ultra-luxurious lifestyle, some critics have said that his lifestyle takes the focus away from the country's present economic difficulties. As a result, Putin's way of life may be likened to that of the monarch of the Persian Gulf state. A critic writes about Putin, "In a nation where more than 20 million people struggle to make ends meet, the president's lavish lifestyle is a flagrant and cynical challenge to society by a dictator with no bounds." If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to our channel for more amazing content.